choke. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today it's going to be very exciting. Our 1952 MGTD that's been in a barn, or garage I should say, since before I was born. We are finally almost there. Today's the day we're going to have it back together. Antonio and I are buttoning up the transmission. We're going to get the miscellaneous engine pieces put back on. And fingers crossed, this car should fire today. It won't run and drive today because we still have to do the brakes. But running is our goal. Stuff.
Yep.
Get going on putting the mating the transmission back up. I'm hoping you have this running today. That'd be fun. Pogo stick either here or here to see which, probably here to bring the bell housing up, I think. Oh God, I'm sorry. You all right?
No.
Break your femur.
Yeah, femur.
Whatever that thing is. Arm. Hello. You called me. What's going on here, Antonio? So this design on the engine is a little bit different than most. The transmission housing actually bolts to the oil pan and the block, so it's a really unique design. We're just having troubles getting these last 3 bolt holes lined up. So Antonio's going around snugging all the main bolts up, hoping that'll help line us up because we're only off by maybe 1/8 of an inch. Almost like the gasket's too thick on the pan. Do you think these stones will do it?
No.
No, I need my metal. I was just saying because it's aluminum.
It's just gonna eat those up.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's worth a try. All right, so we are striking out. I'm thinking this might be a different transmission than the car came with. We're having alignment issues, and we're just off on 3 bolt holes by 1/8 of an inch. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the holes a little bit on the transmission side of the housing, which is aluminum. It's gonna be very subtle. Nobody's gonna notice. It won't affect anything. I'm gonna try first. This is actually for plastic, but I'm gonna try my little dental tool here first to see if it'll do it, because aluminum's pretty soft. Yeah.
Let me cinch this bolt down real quick and then we'll go to town on the other ones.
I've never been jealous of a man. That is a good looking dude.
Right? We're talking about my nephew Zane.
Yeah. Zane's birthday today. Happy birthday, Zane.
Happy birthday, Zane!
He stepped in as a camera guy for us in Vegas. And that dude's gonna end up on TV or a model or something. I'm not gay. That dude is ridiculously good looking. So I opened the hole up, but you can't tell. I didn't do any damage. Nobody will ever know. Just made a little more room for us to work. What did he say? I've been in a garage since 1970? This is a 54-year clutch replacement. This may be the longest clutch replacement in the world. So now we can lower it down and look for the shift linkage and put the shift linkage and the brake master cylinder stuff back together. I found a new brake master in a box, which is nice. I'm concerned. I know he brought me the linkage for the transmission. I know I put it with the car. I'm not seeing it at the moment, so I'm kind of terrified I lost it. I'll lower it down and see maybe it's on the engine area or in the back.
I got one more bolt up top to cinch down on the bell housing, and then are we putting flooring in and all that stuff as well?
Well, yeah, we got to put the oil filter housing and stuff up, and man, we're really close, Antonio.
Yes, sir. We're at a 2-month deadline, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, we need to have this done by August.
And that puts us at 3 when this one gets done?
Well, no, the Chevelle is going to Park Place. Customer's cool, he's totally cool, but his financial situation has changed and he needs to sell that car. And I recommended to him, I said, you know, Park Place has customers that have that kind of cash, and I have customers who will buy that stuff at auction, but they're not going to buy it off the lot here. But so we're taking the.
So we're down to 6.
We're down to 2 for right now. Yeah, with 2 cars for right now. This one and the one Matt's bringing us. Still looking out for somebody's almost finished project that they've given up on, that we can finish up and take down too. All right, so let's lower this down.
Yep.
Found it. It's on the carpet.
Okay.
So at least we have the diagram now that shows how it goes. But yes, it goes from the pedal to the clutch fork. Oh my God, I've been stressing. Couldn't find Bosch spark plugs readily available, but I did find NGK, which is better than the auto light he's got in here. I'm assuming this is the radiator cap.
It is.
Woo!
She's been on there a long time.
Oh, nice.
Okay, we're good.
Oh my God, there's coolant in here.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna be any good. We need to drain it. No, I'm not kidding. Okay, so with antifreeze, when it gets old, it gets acidic. So what happens is, oh, we got antifreeze in there, I'm fine. And then you start it up and you run it and it gets hot and it literally turns to acid and it eats right through the head gasket. You get 20 miles on this car and then poof, your motor's wiped out. So we need to drain that out. There should be a petcock at the bottom and it shouldn't.
There is.
It shouldn't be that. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Here, I'll get a bucket. So just as good measure, I'm throwing a gallon of water to run through the radiator just to kind of get the acidic residue out, and then we'll put new antifreeze in it. It should be good. I'm leaking somewhere. How is that possible? It wasn't leaking before.
Oh, it's just overflowing.
Oh, it's overflow.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, we're good.
Oh, that tube. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just not used to that. So one of the great things about this car, and the caretaker, the owner who had it before us, is when he parked it, he knew he was parking it for a long time, so he did the right thing. Like, he drained the fuel tank and kept the lid closed, so when I look in here, it's not all rusty and full of shit. I can just go ahead and put gas in there and not have to worry about it. That is cool. That's gonna save me a huge headache. And he labeled everything, every nut and bolt, every bag. He didn't lose anything. It makes things a whole lot easier for us.
Is the brake master all put together?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Should be a pin and
Yep. Pin and the cotter pin.
yeah. Give that hawk too. Spit on that thing.
Should move, sweetheart.
Okay. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, we can make a brake line to go there.
yeah.
That's not a problem. Or is there fitting on that little master? So we were just thinking that the brake line was too short, but then we went and grabbed the old master cylinder, and there's this adapter for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe that same master was used on other products or other vehicles of the era, and they just made it a little more universal that way. This is my ultrasonic parts washer. Typically it's used for fuel injection cleaning, but in this case, got the little brake part in there. Get that 70 some odd years of grime out of there. You never want to use water when it relates to brake parts, especially if it's open, because brake fluid absorbs water. However, we're not bleeding the brakes today. We're just putting this on. I'm gonna blow it out with air, make sure it's all dried out. Fire him. We just need to put our spark plugs in our oil and our gas and fire her up.
In theory.
In theory. I'm gonna start with 30 weight oil just to lube everything up. But after we're ready to actually run it, I'll change it out with 2050 with the zinc additive.
Okay.
But I think to start it, just to get everything moving again, I think just straight 30 weight's the best option.
Okay.
You put that ground strap on, we put the oil filter housing on, and we get some fuel and we're ready to fire. Let's go. All I gotta throw plugs in it, that's taking a minute.
Okay. What?
Nobody in the shop has a spark plug yet.
Yes, they do.
I couldn't find one anywhere. Thank you. Where'd you find it?
Marcus the West.
Yeah, these should all be like 32 to 35, and they were pretty much closed.
And I guarantee Alan has one.
Keys? got these smart 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
But is
It shouldn't be 1, 3. Oh, 1, 3, 4, 2. It's backwards. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, we definitely got to clean it.
Yeah. A little corrosion on them. Yeah. So this car has points ignition, not electronic. So basically, there's a gap between the points here. The metal contacts. That's where the spark goes when the rotor spins around. So the rotor's lobe, or the distributor's lobe, so it opens and closes as it spins. But you get corrosion on those contacts, and you just don't get a good spark, and you'll never fire off. So Antonio will clean those in a minute, and I'll go find out what the point gap is, or are you just gonna do it as it is, kind of just try and clean it up?
I'm gonna do it as is, just...
Okay, so we're not have to adjust them then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just leaning it forward. We'll have to put new battery cables on it. Do I have any lights or anything?
Nothing.
You gonna do a volt test on the battery? Sure. I wonder, did he wire in a battery cutoff switch? He's got one on his other car. And this looks like the back of a battery cutoff switch. So if you can look up under the dash and see, like it needs the red key. I happen to have the former owner's other MGB outside, which has a battery cutoff, so let me go grab it.
So, a battery cutoff switch is, I mean, just so it doesn't drain your battery, isn't easily stolen, all that fun stuff. And you got your negative, positive. It goes all the way down in here. And it's that little black shaft coming out down there. It looks newer like nothing else on this car. And the hole is where a little red key goes in to close the circuit.
Would it be easier to raise it up and go underneath?
No, it's on top of the transmission. I can barely even reach it. There we go. We're in business now. Nice.
Fuel pump's priming.
All right, we got lights, we got... Here we go.
That was some good thinking, huh?
That was.
Okay, Antonio, can you grab some starting fluid?
Yeah. And prepare.
Yeah, if we just take the oil bath off, I think that's our best bet. So this is where we're at. I've got the diode on there so that we can see that we do have spark. Unfortunately, it is really, really weak spark. And as long as it's been since this car ran, it's just not enough to ignite the fuel, even the starting fluid. And I mean, you can fart and catch starting fluid on fire. So I need to get a set of points, throw those in, and I know this will fire off. We've heard it, it's a healthy sounding engine. But unfortunately, we're not gonna have a set of points today.
Well, it's Monday now, and I realized over the weekend that the car not starting was my fault. No matter how much starting fluid Antonio was giving it, if I didn't operate the choke, the car's not going to start. So I think it's going to start now. So key on. Okay, the fuel pump, pull the choke. There it goes. Well, the easy part's done. Now it's time to make it pretty.